Hello guys, you're welcome again to another edition of the Couch Talk Show on HafrikTv, and my name is Olayemi.
Welcome to ISNL Clothing Brand, where we sell uniquely designed clothes to customers belonging to the Generation Z and Generation Y demographic who particularly enjoy having a good time. At ISNL Clothing Brand, we pride ourselves on having clothing designs that specifically appeal to our targeted audience at affordable prices, of course. Our motto is and will always remain the same. Live the life you love the life you live. Shop now at ISNL Clothing and enjoy the stylish movement.
In the studio with me today, we have a CEO, a major CEO in China. He has a clothing brand. He has been working, I don't know for how many years though, but that's what we are here to find out. And he's, in fact, don't let me even introduce him to you guys. You guys will get to know him. He would introduce himself, where he's from, what he does, where he's based in China, and everything. So, like I always say, in this episode, we're here to learn. We're here to learn from entrepreneurs, people that do business, people that run business. What are those challenges? You know, the challenges they face, the things they go through to get to where they are. Because trust me, to be a foreigner in China and doing the business in China and to be consistent with that business, damn, it's not easy. So with all that being said, should I be the one to call your name? Or the studio with me today, we have ISNL CEO. Am I correct?
You're correct.
Because I always get it. I always mix it up sometimes. Ricardo. I would have added Banks to the name. Do you know who Ricardo Banks is?
No, who's Ricardo Banks?
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. He's an artist in Nigeria, though. He's called Ricardo Banks.
Okay.
Anyways, you're welcome to Afrik Media Studios.
Thanks for having me. Trust me. I'm very, very happy to be here.
Thank you.
Very happy.
All right, so you are here in the flesh.
Right.
So we have a lot of questions, like a whole lot of questions about your brand. We would like to know a lot of things,
right.
How it's going.
Yes.
How you get here, and
yes,
a lot of things. You understand me? So I hope you won't mind in answering all the questions we have for you.
No, trust me, it's okay. It's okay.
All right, so
I can answer all of the questions.
we're already right. We have them here.
All right,
Okay, let's get started, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. My first question to you. Okay, it's not even a question. It's a request. In fact, it's not even a request. Whatever it is, I'll just read it out.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you?
Okay.
What inspired you to start this clothing brand?
All right. First, my name is Ricardo Antonio Jacks II. I come from the Bahamas. Okay, it's a small country. I'm located in the Caribbean region. Right. I've been living in China for about 6 years now. Yeah, 6 years now. And the other question was about the clothing brand, right?
Yes.
What inspired
you? Yes.
To be honest, it all started from a friend, right? I was inspired by my friend. I had a friend, he would always post videos and pictures on Instagram, right? And he'd have the tag Iseenolies, right? And his message kind of like, resonated with me. Anytime he would have the video up, it would always like represent something motivational, right? And that's kind of my character, right? And I told him, bro, I like this. Keep it up. Shout out to Malik. His name is Malik. And I was really getting inspired by it. And all of a sudden he stopped. He wasn't consistent. So I messaged him. I was like, bro, why did you stop? You was like inspiring me, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one being inspired, by your words. Then a couple of months down the line, I was like, dang, I like that tag. Right? I really, really like the tag. Iseenolies. It has a ring to it.
Yes.
And I messaged him personally, because obviously he's my good friend.
Okay.
And I told him, hey, bro, I'm going to use your tag, even though it's not actually his personal tag.
Yes.
But I want to let him know that I was inspired by him,
Right.
and I'm going to create a clothing brand from it. That's all that happened. That's where it all happened.
So how long ago was that?
When I messaged him about it like almost 2 years ago now.
So that means you've been in business for over 2 years or almost 2 years.
Okay, the thing about it is it was in the process. You understand? I was like looking for suppliers, figuring out which design I should use. The whole process took like maybe 6 months, 6 to 8
The preparation
months.
alone.
Preparing everything, you understand? And obviously I had doubts. That's the big thing about, starting your own business, having doubts.
True.
Like, is this going to work out? Is it going to be successful? Am I doing the right thing? And at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? Screw it.
Just start. So how has it been so far? Because based on the doubt, a lot of people are giving in to that doubt, and they are unable to do that thing they want to do. You understand? So how did you manage to escape through and start it? It's not just about let me just do it, because it involves money.
Yes.
You understand? So you cannot just stand up and say, oh, fuck it, let me do it. Assuming you're not spending, then you can just do it. You have nothing to lose. You understand? But it involves money, and to get it done is not going to be easy. So what really inspired you to get it started?
Honestly, my major itself is like business, right? I'm a business orientated guy. Like all in my mind is business. I've learned business since high school. Okay. And I've been watching videos time after time, and they would always say the hardest part is starting. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the doubts are like running through your mind, like, can you make it? Can you make it? After you start, everything just rolls in.
Yes.
It keeps going like this, like this, like this.
Yes. Nice one. It's touching. All right. So the thing is, I don't know how you are doing it. You understand? But my next question, I have under this personal information, I have 3 questions.
All right.
You see, the first question I ask you, you answered the first, second, and third question together.
Okay.
But I'll still ask you because probably there's 1 or 2 things. This is for people to learn. You understand? So before starting this brand, before starting it, and because you saw a name, right, and you get attached to that name.
Yes, exactly.
So now, do you have a background in the fashion? Okay, I see you have business idea because you studied business, right?
Yeah.
But why, of all things, why did you choose clothing? Like, why?
Honestly,
you could have done another thing entirely.
You're right. Okay. When I was at home in the Bahamas, I also had a partner there, and we decided to start a small shoe company. Right?
Shoe company.
Yeah, we were going to start a shoe company.
Okay.
It's like a mobile shoe company. So I was already on the track, on that type of track.
So you have a background.
Yeah, okay. But long story short, it didn't work out, right? And even after graduating in China, because I stayed here for school. I stayed here for 3 years for school. And after graduating, like the only thing on my mind was like, what can I do? What can I do now? You understand? What can I do?
So you just proceed with the background idea you have before.
Right. My first idea was obviously to just ship products from China to the Bahamas and eventually, within the Caribbean, right? And I was like, you know what? Let me take a baby step first, right? Let me just start something smaller and something where I can just get my foot wet. You know? So that's where I started. And I'm a guy, I like to look good. You understand? I like to look good when I go out. So
I see.
That's just how it is.
Well, that really, it makes sense though. It makes sense.
Right.
So because I see that the background knowledge you have based on fashion, it's helping you pursue this more, which is really nice though. So now your motto.
Thank you. Yes.
Live the life you love the life you live. Right. Yeah, it's really inspiring. Yes, like you said. So did you get it also from the Malik guy?
No, I didn't get this one from the Malik guy.
Okay.
It was something I used to listen to the radio a lot at home, and it was this radio talk show host. Her name was Empress.
Okay.
And every time she would end her segment on the radio, she would say, "Live the life you love the life you live. I'll see you guys later, guys." Right? And that was like stuck in my head. It kept ringing in my head, and I was like, "Dang."
So I think your your inspiration comes from within,
Of course.
like from what you have around you.
Yes, and whatever like resonates with my soul. You understand?
I
Things
can
that,
see that.
kind of like applies to me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a person, I like to stick to myself, but while sticking to myself, I try to be true to myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Right? We only have one life to live.
Sure.
We only have
So
one life to live.
live the life you love, love the life you live.
You only have one life to live. Bro.
True. So, but how does it influence your design?
How did it influence my design? That's a good
like
question.
the motto. How does it influence your design? Because designs can be anything. So
Right.
if you choose this word,
Right.
then how
Right.
does that particular phrase influence your design?
Now, you mean the designs of the shirts? Like
Yes.
the printing of the shirts.
The printing.
Now, to be honest, the printing of the shirts doesn't really tie to the name. What I wanted was to have a diverse amount of designs that can appeal to different types of, I guess, audience within my target market. You understand?
Okay.
So if you look at most of the designs, you would notice that, okay, this one is different. This one should probably apply to people who are more so playful. Then
True.
another design probably applies to people who just like
You know,
neutral
just
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
So my main thing was to promote the name itself and not so the designs. Okay, people
okay.
fall in love with the name and not the design.
And not
If you
the
get what I'm
design.
saying, right?
I really get that.
I can
get
put
that, yes.
I can put a ISNL on a shirt, and that's what I want people to buy. I don't really.
So
want
it
people to
doesn't
buy for
matter the design.
Yeah.
So all you did was just to create something that fits into every generation, like generation. This
Yes.
and this, your target audience themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
It seems like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, because honestly, it's like with Tommy Hilfiger, right? You know who's Tommy Hilfiger? It's another clothing brand.
Yes.
This dude only has a small little checker flag on his shirt. And
But
he's
the
selling
name.
that shirt for how much? Like 100 USD,
But the
right?
name, yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I get
So it's
that,
more
I
so
get
the
that.
name,
It's
not the
the
design
name,
all
it's
the
name.
time.
So this takes me to my next question. Yeah, what makes your brand unique from every, like the person you mentioned just now? What makes your brand unique from every? Because we're in China.
Right.
You know what I mean by we're in China,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there are a lot of
Loads
this
of
is
brands.
like home of everything, you know. So what makes your brand different from every other foreigners brand? When I say foreigners brand, I mean, you know, people that we are foreigners here that have their own brand as well. What makes yours different from them?
Okay, like I'll just repeat and reiterate on the fact that I'm trying to sell the name itself,
The name
ISNL.
itself.
You understand? I feel like
So you don't care about any other.
I love the Iseenolies movement. All right, that's a movement that I'm trying to keep going. Right, I want people to be inspired. I want people to be motivated, just like how I am always motivated by people who are doing good in life.
Yes,
You understand?
I like that.
And along with that, I feel like the quality of the shirts that I'm trying to produce, it distinguishes itself from the others.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so let's go into your target audience now. You understand? Let's go into your target audience and what inspired this. Okay, you already answered the design aspect. You really do not you don't mind the design. All that matters is the brand name itself. So when you're talking about target audience, who are your ideal your customer, like who are the customer base, who are the targets, who are you targeting? You understand, with your brand, with your design, with your with the name, with everything. Who are the people you're really targeting?
Like the Gen Y, Gen Z generation, who are trying to look within and find themselves. You understand? That's why I'm trying to promote more so the name of Iseenolies. Most people around my age or even younger, we're trying to find our purpose. We're literally trying to find our purpose in life.
Yes.
You understand? So that's what I want my audience to feel whenever they wear an ISNL shirt, right? Like you feel like, okay, when I step outside with this shirt on, I feel purposeful, right? I can conquer anything. I can conquer the day.
That's big.
Exactly.
I get that. All right. So with your audience now, like the set of people you choose to be your audience and the kind of motivation you want them to feel. So now we all understand that the Gen Z, the Gen Y, the Gen whatever, the style and design, it keeps changing.
It keeps changing,
time,
right?
So
exactly.
how do you plan to keep up with that trend?
See, that's a good question. That's also a good question. You know, with trends, as a designer and as obviously a business owner, you have to
Keep evolving.
change.
Yeah.
You have to change. I'm not going to
true.
lie. All right. If you stick to the basics all the time, then you're not going to get so far. So obviously, as time goes on, and I see how the trend is going, then I'll most likely, alter the designs in a certain way
To fit in.
Exactly. Do you understand? Like when I first started, my quality of the shirts, they weren't so good. So what I had to do, I had to alter, right? I had to
Yes.
pivot. Then I noticed people kept asking, "Hey, why don't you have hats?" I was like, "All right, you want hats?
Then
Okay." Then, especially if the people within my target audience, right, the target market, they're asking for these things. All right, that's who I mainly listen to. If you're not within the target audience, to be
then
honest with you,
there's no need.
yeah, there's no need. I'm not going to listen to an 80-year-old person, just being honest. Right? Understand? I'm not going to listen
I
to a
get
10-year-old
that.
person. Right?
Yes.
I'm going to listen to the feedback from my target market.
Audience, yeah.
Okay?
I get that. That makes sense. I like the should I say the energy, like the belief. So it's way beyond just clothing.
Yes.
It's more
Way
than
beyond- way
that.
beyond
Yeah,
clothing,
I like that. So let's go into marketing and your social media strategies. You understand? I watch your channel. I saw that you guys are really pushing and making use of social medias around you.
Right.
So this question is it's kind of personal. You understand?
That's okay.
Okay. So
Okay, go ahead.
so how important is social media? You understand? In general, WeChat, Douyin, Instagram, all these major platforms. How important is it to this brand if they don't exist? Or let's say something happened, one of them crashes or all of them crashes. What happens to the brand? What importance do they play
Okay.
in the brand growth?
Well, obviously, my brand isn't a luxury brand, right? It's not luxury.
Okay.
Just putting it out there, obviously, right? So I need more than what a luxury brand would offer. You understand?
Yeah.
I need more eyes, right? If I don't have enough eyes on my brand, if I don't have enough eyes trying to, look at, okay, I see ISNL. I see ISNL on this page, or I see ISNL on this page, right? If I don't have that presence, then I feel like I wouldn't really survive, to be honest with you. Okay.
So it's really
Social
important.
media is really, really important. The only way you're gonna strive and survive in this day and age, like for a business like mine, is to have as much eyes on your product. You need the eyes, right?
All right. So this takes me to this part. Can you share to everybody now? This
to
is you
everyone, to
giving
everyone.
insider's tip on your campaign strategy. You understand that
Campaign strategy.
Yeah. So what's the strategy you're using to actually get those kind of audience you want? So the thing is, number one, you know who your audience are.
Right.
You know who you are targeting. You understand? So which gives you more leverage. But now the question is, how are you engaging those people?
Okay, so my strategy, I'll tell it to the world now. It was something that I was thinking about for a long time. Like, how am I going to get my target audience? How am I going to get all of their eyes at the same place, right? Same place, same time, right? And I just reached out to a lot of people, a lot of social media influencers. And I asked them, hey, I really appreciate your content, right? I'm not afraid to reach out to people for help, right?
Sure.
Closed mouths don't get feed. Understand? And I was asking them, I was like, hey, I'm an up and coming business owner. I need your help for this. Can you assist me? Right? And obviously
You get feedback from
I got feedback from some of them. I got feedback from some, and from the others, they ignored me.
Yeah, sure.
But that's okay. But that never stopped me. So for those who did reach back out to me. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm pretty sure they're watching it. I don't know if I want to say all of their names. Should I say all of their names? There's a lot of them.
Can you give us like maybe 2 or 3?
2 or 3? Let me see who really be on my back, like who really was supporting me. Uzi, I don't remember her actual name, but she has a book out. Shout out to Uzi. Kobe, he was one of the first persons I kind of reached out. Kobe Harden, he also has a clothing brand, right?
Wow.
I never knew that. Like when I reached out to him,
he has his own clothing brand.
Yeah, he has.
And
he dances as well, I think.
Okay. I just knew him as a dancer.
Yeah, exactly. When I first saw him, I just knew him as a dancer.
Yeah,
and I was
me
like,
too.
And then after talking to him and after following him more, I was like, oh, he also has a clothing brand.
But yet, he still supported
Still
you.
supported me.
No, I like that.
That's
Shout
why I'm
out
calling
to
his
you,
name.
bro.
That's why I'm calling his name. Like, shout out to him, bro. He really looks like.
I don't know him personally, but I've seen maybe one of his video on WeChat before, and I remember his name.
Yes.
But I only know him like that. That's about for him to have a clothing brand and still supported you.
Exactly.
No, those are the kind of people you really need around you.
Exactly.
Sincerely speaking.
Exactly.
Shout out to you, bro.
Really appreciate you, bro. Who else really was on my back? Uriel, this guy Uriel, I really liked him because like something about him was like, something about him just made me draw closer to him, and I wanted him to, to help me out more. Understand? Felicia, I think she's in Nanjing. Tina, and then some other Chinese.
I see there are really a lot.
Yeah,
that's nice.
The
That's
ones
nice.
who actually helped me out, I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, trust me, this is my thank you right now. If you're watching it, I'm so grateful for all of you.
All right, so
Aaron,
yeah. All these people now, they are still in China right now, right?
Yes, I think so. They should be.
That's nice. Anyways, thank you guys for supporting. God bless you.
Right?
Yeah. So let's go to
tenfold.
challenges and growth.
Ooh.
Now, this part is, every entrepreneur, this part is crazy for everybody. You understand? Because as a businessman and woman, there are ups and downs.
Right.
And the way everybody handle their thing is different from each other. You understand? Based on sometimes it's just based on the niche you are in. You understand? So these questions might not be based on the fact that you have a clothing brand, but as a businessman. You understand? And also from your experience as a business person, you studied business in school. So now this lead me to, as a business owner, what have been some of the most challenging moments for you, and how did you overcome them?
I'm in China. So what do you think is the most challenging? Communicating with them. I can speak Chinese, right? I can speak Chinese, I can type Chinese, I can listen to Chinese. But sometimes the way they do business is a little iffy. Yeah, a little iffy, a little different. So I'm gonna tell you about one situation. The main situation, what I really hated. When I first started out, I started this technique where I would just get orders and then buy the clothes, right?
Okay.
So this is like my first week. It's my first grand opening of ISNL. Within my first week, I had like 40 orders, right?
Wow.
40 orders. And I had already settled on a supplier. Settled. This person already told me, hey, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to do it for you. I was like, okay, cool. So I went, I promoted my business. I promoted the brand, promoted the shirts. People ordered. I took their money. Right? Now, I went back to the supplier. Oh, I'm so sorry. We were not able to do this for you. We feel like this workload doesn't make sense for us right now.
Wow.
And when I was gonna type back, guess what happened? It deleted me. Seriously, bro.
Dang.
Deleted me just like that.
And you just started.
This is my first week. First week grand opening.
That's
grand opening. First week.
So how did you overcome it? You just went ahead getting
my business mind just kicked in. I was like, okay. Before finalizing that supplier, I had probably spoke to like 20 suppliers, 20 to 30 suppliers, bro.
Okay.
So I just went to the backup now. I went to the backup, but their quality wasn't the same as the first one. Exactly. So I went to the backup, and then I messaged them. I was like, hey, I need these orders to be done like ASAP. Like ASAP. And, you know, they agreed for a while. So they did the orders for me. And the people who I had already taken their money from, I had to tell them, hey, I'm sorry, your orders will be late. Yeah, it'll be a delay. Exactly. But thankfully, most of them understood. They understood. Most of them were my friends, right? People who were close to me.
It makes sense.
Yeah. And some of them I just, you know, gave them a little hong bao to be like, hey, thanks for, you know, waiting. Thanks for understanding. Boom. So the first week, got the orders out. The next time I tried to do another promotion, right, where I had a sale or something like that. During the third week, the next supplier, he was like, he told me the same thing. I don't think this workload makes sense for us. Again, I had maybe like 35 to 40 orders, bro. And this time, I was about to go home for the summer.
Wow.
So I also had orders at home pending. I had already taken their money. You see what I'm saying? People had already transferred me their money. I was like, not again. But thankfully with this one, they said, okay, we're going to do this for you. But afterwards, that's it.
Yeah, at least they were able to come through.
Exactly. They was like, I'm going to do it for you now. But afterwards.
So you speaking Chinese really played
yes.
Because I can imagine if you don't speak Chinese, it would have been really crazy.
Yes, trust me.
Okay,
understanding the language, speaking the language
very
really,
important.
really helps.
All right, so I understand that the clothing industry is a very competitive industry.
Very
you understand? So how do you stay ahead and ensure that your design stands out of everybody, like from every other person? Because I've seen a lot of foreigners too, you understand, that has a clothing brand as well. So how did you manage to remain relevant? A lot of people have started and quit, you understand. Right. It's not even about having a clothing brand alone, but being in a competitive environment. It's like a huge competition, and the last man standing. Right. You understand? So how are you able to sustain till now? How are you able to stand out from the rest of them?
Consistency.
I get it. That's even enough for the whole thing. Yeah.
Do you know how many people told me, "Oh, you're not gonna last long. Oh, you should give up." I was like, "All right. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you why." Exactly.
Teach them new things.
Consistency, bro.
That's true.
Knowing that I came from a household where my mom would always like instill in me that if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Yeah, it's better.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. Consistency is the key to anything. Just once. Okay, I had a conversation with a business lady too a few days ago, and she was talking about consistency too. I understand, but it all depends on if that thing is actually, if you're doing it for survival, or this is your passion, this is your dream, this is what you want. You understand? If you're doing this for survival, you'll get tired. So no matter if you're seeing things like be consistent. Now you need to understand that being consistent too requires you to understand if you're doing it for survival's sake, or this is a passion, this is a dream.
Right.
If it's for survival, consistency does not do shit, because you're just trying to survive that moment. You get tired. Right. When you do those things, okay, Shenyang is the weather is crazy. Yeah. If I'm doing something for survival and there's snow outside, you know, I might not want to go and do that thing, and it's going to affect the consistency part, right? But if that's if it's a dream, if it's a passion, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, bro. Right. Come rain, come shine, come wherever. I'm enjoying what I'm doing because I like it. So that's consistency. The consistency in that aspect, no problem. But for survivor, you just have to understand that just find a passion, find what you love, do what you love, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
You said you like to look good. So which means any design, even if nobody's buying it, you are looking good. You're fine with it,
bro. Listen,
you get my point, right?
Since
So
last year, the only thing I wear is Iseenolies.
you see, that's part of the exam. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Like when I go on the basketball court, I always wear my bands.
I see your phone,
bands.
everything
You see
is
the
just
phone,
yeah.
right? Exactly.
I'm just like, what, bro?
Consistency,
You're
bro.
repping big time.
Consistency, bro.
Anyways, guys, we'll be going for a short break right now. We'll be back. This is HafrikTv. Welcome back to the Couch Talk Show on HafrikTv. I remain your host, Olayemi. In case you miss our guest, we have Ricardo, the CEO of Iseenolies. ISNL Clothing Brand. Did I get it correct this time?
Yes.
Nice
yes,
one.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting used to it. It's getting into my brain. Yeah. Anyways,
I needed to get into the viewer's brain as well.
Don't worry. That's what we're trying to do now. We take it and then we put it in their head. Right. It's okay. So let's continue. We have a few more questions. Let's say around 6 to 7 questions.
6 to 7.
Yeah. Ooh. Are you ready?
Right.
All right. So right now we spoke about the challenges and the growth and every other thing before, and we spoke about the marketing. We spoke about the target audience, also the brand vision. So right now we're going to talk about the brand, the future plans. Like the vision of the brand itself. So, how do you envision the future of ISNL clothing?
Trust me, I'm a person I love to look far ahead. So currently, obviously, I only have like short sleeves, and I'm trying to implement long sleeves now. Right, so I'm wearing this as a promotion.
I see.
Okay, but I want to have more products, right? Eventually I want to have a bigger team, right? Because right now it's only me.
Wow.
I'm doing everything basically except the design, right? I have 2 designers, but other than that, everything is me. Right? I do the accountants, I do the marketing, I do the hand operations, everything.
Nice.
All right, so hopefully in the future, guarantee there's going to be a guarantee in the future. I'm going to have a bigger team.
Growth.
Right. I'm gonna establish myself within more cities, within China, and eventually branch out internationally. Right. I have a few friends in the Bahamas who support me big time. I have a few friends who support me like through thick and thin, and my family.
That's
I'm just trying to take it day by day. Day by day.
If you have somebody supporting you, then your problem is kind of half solved.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good though. Congratulations to you. You're blessed.
Yeah, trust me. I appreciate it.
All right. So we're still on the future plans. You understand? So are there any new products you said you're planning on getting starting the long
sleeves? Yeah, exactly.
What are the new products coming apart from that, and also any collaborations? You already spoke about the expansion of having different brands in branches in different cities, and then to go out of China as well. You understand? So which one should we be expecting like very, very soon?
The long sleeves,
the
for
long
sure.
sleeve.
And I added a few more colors to my hats.
I can see.
So obviously, if the viewers are looking now, I have a few more colors added. Before I just had black and white.
So now
I added a few colors.
So what inspired the color?
Pardon me?
What inspired the color? Why did you think of adding more colors?
Just so that people can express themselves more. Understand? That's what colors do. Literally, colors make things pop, right? And that's what I want people to do as well.
So they just get to choose which color they want.
Exactly.
It's still the same name.
Exactly. Still the same name.
So that's nice though. My next question to you is what impact would you like your brand to have in the fashion industry and on the life in the life of the customers that buy them?
That's big.
You understand, right?
That's big.
So what influence do you want to move it? Do you want to lift it? Do you want to want to blow it up? Which one?
Right. The consensus of my brand already is to to motivate people, right? That's the whole meaning of my brand, try to motivate people. And I hope for one day that my brand can be bigger than just clothes. right?
Yeah.
I want to be able to have like clothing drives where I can give clothes to people who need it. You understand?
Yeah.
I want to be able to take the profits that I gain from my revenue, right? And be able to give it to people who need it, right? As it relates to hospitals or even children homes, right? Things like that. So it's a bigger picture at the end of the day.
I like that though, and I would say consistency.
Yeah.
You've started and you've been consistent before. So to get here, at the end of the day, you still need to do more.
Exactly.
You need to do more because it's not.
The work is not done. The work is not done, bro.
You're just getting started.
I'm just getting started, bro. It's only been like a year and a few months since the grand opening. Right? And I told you.
So how does it feel like?
How does it feel?
How does it feel like to be a brand owner in China? You feel like
it has its ups and downs, to be honest.
True though.
It has its ups and downs. And like I told you before, and even you mentioned it, it's hard as a foreigner.
Yes.
Doing business in China.
Yes, it is.
Like, do you know how many restrictions there are because I am a foreigner?
I know.
Right? And I had to like kind of pivot to bypass all of those restrictions. I had to figure out plans in order to do this, in order to do that.
So okay. I just love the fact that our conversations are heading towards the question, because this segment we are in, it's called it's called the advice section. Right. So now, how did you manage to? This is not even here,
right? Go ahead.
This is not here.
It's okay.
So, how did you manage to come up with how to maneuver and get those things done based on the restrictions? You should not do this, you should not do that, all those kind of things. So how did you is it a place you went to read, or you just ask people, or because you speak you said you're good with Chinese, so maybe because you speak Chinese, so you're able to communicate well with them? So how are you able to, now this advice now is for aspiring entrepreneurs,
right?
There will always be new people that are willing to start business. So this does not have anything to do with clothing business. As a foreigner, how are you that is seeing restrictions based on what you want to do? You understand? So how are you able to maneuver those restrictions? And can you mention maybe one or two restrictions that was able to that you were able to maneuver in a way?
Well, first and foremost, I need to mention this. You should always be a student of the game, right? No matter how big you think you are, you should always strive to learn more. Well, look at you. Exactly, right? Finishing my sentences, bro.
Yeah, because it's the truth, man. Yeah, it's the truth. Yes.
I'm telling you, it's like, I'm not proud enough to say, I don't want to learn anymore.
Sure.
Right? Every day you should strive to learn something new, especially how I'm a business owner. I'm trying to learn something new every day about my business. I'm trying to learn something new every day about doing business in China. All right? So you know how many people I sat down with and I spoke with them? I was like, hey, bro, can we schedule a meeting? I want to talk to you about my business and how you started your business so I can learn from you. Like, I spoke to over 10 to 15 people. I promise you, bro. And I just was soaking up information, kept soaking up information. There's more
valuable to you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to keep learning.
That's true.
You have to keep learning.
That's very important. I hope they are listening. All right, so I will need you to talk about or give advice to the people that are aspiring to start their own clothing brand. What advice would you be giving to them? What would you say? You have like how many years of experience now, and you've seen things. I won't say you've seen it all, but you've seen a lot as well. Right. You've seen the good times and the bad times. Exactly. I'm sure you would have had issues with customer. Maybe somebody ordered this, there's a mistake. What advice would you give to somebody that is, willing to start a business like yours? And tips, the insider tips.
Honestly, first and foremost, like we mentioned before, consistency.
Yes.
Consistency is one of the most important things. You cannot just do something for 1 week and expect to be so good at it, right? If you're only doing something
Gen Z
for
don't
1
have
week,
that kind of chill pill, man.
Right?
They're not chilled like that. What happened? Sorry for the break in transmission. Our
no,
lights
we
went
good,
off.
we good, we good. Lights on now. Somebody
Yeah,
forgot to
lights
pay the
on.
bill. Who forgot to pay? Oh,
All right, so you were giving the
advice,
young
right?
people, yeah,
right. Like I said, consistency, bro. Like, if I do something for 1 week, don't expect a 10-year result from 1 week, right?
The Gen Zs don't have that kind of
No,
patience.
like,
They don't.
and you know what? I blame technology nowadays because everything is so quick. Everything is so
Yeah.
quick nowadays.
Even
right?
when you start content creation, they see those big people, and they forgot the fact that it's accumulation of years of work,
and
you
years and
understand?
years and years.
Uh-huh,
of work.
so
exactly, you gonna tell the difference. You gonna know the difference from someone. If you go outside and you see someone building, right? You'll tell the difference from someone who was building for 2 days and someone who was building for 2 months, bro.
yeah, true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. There's this thing I would like to say I will add to this. It's just something you see when you now this is an advice too. Let me add to what he said.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is an advice too. When you start a business, you see that problem you face is a step. That everything you encounter in that business is a way to sustain you when you get to somewhere, like a level.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So now, let's say, for instance,
Yes.
somebody is taking step like this,
Yes.
and then it takes like 10 steps to get to a very significant, not even very big space, like to get to a stage. Then you are seeing this person at that stage, forgotten the fact that this person actually took 10 bold steps. Then you just took one, or maybe you are being carried. Then you fly up and meet at the level of that person. You will not compare yourself with that person,
No.
because that person has a substance to fall back to. The experience, he has it to fall back to.
Exactly.
So if you fall from 10,
Wow, that's
he's
perfect.
going to 9.
That's perfect.
But if you fall from 10, you're going to
only to
1.
1. Oh my god, that's a perfect.
You understand? So
perfect analogy,
it's
bro.
crazy. You have to build momentum. You have to.
Yes.
I had a conversation with an artist, and it was like, "Oh, I just need $100,000. Let me feature one major artist like that." And I was like, "That's failure. You're already thinking of failing because nobody knows you yet.
All right.
Feature the ones that you have to build momentum. You have to come from somewhere.
Right.
You cannot just, when somebody like Don Jazzy and all those big people are not, they are not carrying you, so forget it. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I get you. Trust
My
me, I
point
get
is
you,
just
bro. I
that
get you, I get
you just have to build momentum, like build something. When they go and check you out, let them see something.
Right.
Let them not just see. Some people, when they even grow, they delete their old stuffs. Have you seen those people? They delete their old stuff. They don't want people to see
them
to see
when they were
them.
struggling and stuff like that.
Meanwhile,
Nah,
those
trust me, that's what you're
things
supposed
are
to.
actually your story.
Exactly.
That
That's the story.
is your story.
Exactly.
So, well, anyways, if you not like Mukuna, yeah, if you not like Muna, do you speak broken English?
I have my Bohemian accent.
Oh,
I have an accent.
Okay.
If I really speak in my accent now, then you
Try
want-
it.
Try it.
Yeah, try it.
Like
Try
what you
it.
want me to say?
Just let's continue the conversation with it. Let's see.
And then for the viewers watching, just have a small little segment then. Go ahead. Talk.
Okay. All right. So my next question, answer me with it. You understand?
Answer with what?
Like with the
My accent?
Yeah, with the accent.
All right.
All right. So if you could go back to when you started your brand, what would you do differently? If there's anything you would have done differently, answer me with that accent. Let me see.
See, now if I try to go back from different, I wouldn't try anything different. To be honest, Joe.
I get
But
it. I still understand.
see the way we speak faster.
Yeah,
if I try to do
it's
something
faster.
okay, I just be like,
All right, let's go back to our normal. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. So yeah, answer it properly now.
okay. Now, to be honest, if I would go back in time and try to change anything, I wouldn't change anything at all. I wouldn't change anything at all. Because everything that I went through, it taught me how to level up. It taught me how to think differently. You understand? So it's like when people say, hey, if you go back in time, would you change this situation? Would you do this differently? No, because if I change that situation, then it may alter my future, right?
Yes. True.
It may alter the outcome of what will happen later on.
Yes.
Right?
True. I
wouldn't change.
I've actually never seen this perspective of the kind of reply you give now. It really makes sense. You are you today because of what you went through yesterday.
Exactly.
So if you change what you went through yesterday, then you're not
be a whole different person.
You'll be a mumu today. So
different.
I get it. I get it though.
Trust me. I'm a strong believer of everything happens for a reason. Strong believer.
It's wonderful. Like really, really, really wonderful having this conversation, because for myself as the host, I get to learn some things.
Right.
I get to hear some things that's going to be useful for myself.
Right.
You understand?
And that's also you being a student of the game as well.
Yes,
learning, being a sponge.
Very important.
Being a sponge from
Very
others, bro.
important. You have to be open-minded to learn new things every time. Very important, guys. You people should really look into that. We are in China. There are a lot of things you can do, but don't just start. You know, don't just go into things. You know, I have a project. You know, let me use this opportunity to explain something to the viewers before I ask you the last question.
Go ahead.
This is HafrikTv, right? But HafrikTv is this is what we do.
Right.
We do more talk shows and stuff like that, right? But we have our own product coming, which is called Hafrik. You understand? Hafrik is going to be a social media platform for foreigners living in China, and it's going to serve as a bridge between Chinese and foreigners. Do you understand? So there are a lot of factors, but you see, we have been on this for the past 2 years, and it is not out yet. Like, we're done. We're like 80% done. So we're launching soon, guys. So you guys should just stay tuned. But somebody asked me, why do you have to wait for this long before? We're foreigners. There are a lot of restrictions. There are a lot of things, and we still have to learn. We still have to do it perfectly. It's better I come late than coming early and getting kicked out of the game,
right?
Getting stuck in the middle.
Exactly.
So you have to take time, learn every day, gather as many informations as you can.
Right.
In fact, during the time you're gathering information, how you start your plan might not be how you proceed with your plan. It can even change because of the information you've conceived. So my advice to you, when you want, because there are a lot of things you can do in China, don't say, oh, there's nothing to do. There are a lot of things you can do. You just have to create it for yourself. So, but take your time, study it very well. So let's go back to the show. For our viewers that's watching and they're interested in patronizing, because it's not just about the brand. It's not about the clothes.
It's not about the clothes. Exactly.
It's the brand itself. I see no lies. To be frank, it's relatable. It's something you can relate with.
Exactly.
And if any one of them who are interested, where do they find you? How are they going to find you? Where do they order from? How are they going to get access to you to order from you? Because we're expecting nothing less than 1,000 orders.
1,000.
Yes.
I'm expecting nothing less than 2,000.
I'm thinking small now. Think bigger. We're expecting 20,000.
Nah, but I'm on Instagram, I'm on the Chinese TikTok, Douyin, and I'm on Xiaohongshu. I'm also on WeChat, right? Currently, I have 2 stores on Xiaohongshu and Douyin, okay? The Xiaohongshu is like Instagram, the Instagram of China.
Chinese.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.
And obviously, Douyin is just the Chinese TikTok.
Yes.
Right? Those platforms, I have my shops there. Right? If you go there, you type in ISNL Clothing or hashtag ISNL, hashtag Iseenolies. I promise you're going to see my videos, you're going to see my products, you're going to see everything about me. So even if you go on WeChat channels, you type in ISNL or Iseenolies, you're going to see some video about my product.
All right, we are also going to add the IG and every social media and your phone number, right?
Yeah.
If you took it by you, and our ways to contact you in this video, you'll see it's somewhere
It's gonna be
around
probably
somewhere.
here.
Anywhere it's coming. And also, we would like to support as well.
Yes.
We'd like to support the brand Iseenolies as well. Like I told you that our platform is coming. We have a mall. We are calling it Afrik Mall. You understand? So
I like that.
thank you. We would set up a shop for you. You understand, where you can post your product, and
stuff,
then people can order from. So by the time we are launching, we'll be partnering directly with you, with your brand, so we can support the brand as well.
Nice.
If that's okay by you.
Nice.
So so you can order. Don't worry. Maybe in the next video we'll be able to bring out. Okay, this is where you can order. But for now, you can contact him directly on WeChat and every other places we'll be putting on the screen. Don't forget, if you have a question or you have something to say about the whole thing we discussed, maybe you have a question for me or for him regarding your own idea. It doesn't have to be clothing alone. If you have an idea and you want to take it further, experience is the best teacher, you understand? So it doesn't have to be specifically clothing, whatever. The experience is there for anything you want to do. You get to contact us or contact him, you understand? And also, if you're a businessman or a woman and you're in China, you want to tell your story, feel free to contact us. Let's see your comments in the section. Like, share. This is HafrikTv. Do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I'm gonna leave with: live the life you love the life you live. That's
Nice
me.
one, nice
ISNL
one,
out.
Nice one, bro.